When we think of military power, the first images that come to mind are fighter jets screaming through the skies or massive aircraft carriers cutting across the oceans. But some of the most powerful weapons on Earth don't make headlines, and in fact, they're designed never to be seen at all. Beneath the waves, stealth submarines prowl silently, waiting for the moment to strike. These vessels are more than just machines. They are the embodiment of modern sea power. They carry enough firepower to wipe out cities, yet they spend their lives hidden in the darkness of the deep ocean. Today, we'll explore how these invisible hunters work, which nations lead the race to build them, and why they remain one of the greatest challenges in modern warfare. The science of staying invisible. At first glance, a submarine's stealth might seem simple. It just dives under the water. But in reality, achieving true invisibility is a battle against physics itself. Water is a fantastic medium for sound, and sonar can pick up the faintest noises traveling hundreds of miles. That means every moving part inside a submarine, from engines to pumps to the very flow of water over the hull, is a potential giveaway. To counter this, modern submarines are wrapped in sound-absorbing tiles, like an acoustic cloak. Propulsion systems are carefully engineered to minimize cavitation, those telltale bubbles that sonar can detect. Inside, everything from engines to crew quarters is mounted on vibration-dampening systems. Even a loose wrench rattling inside could betray a submarine's position. The result is a warship designed not for speed or raw power, but for silence, because in submarine warfare, silence equals survival. The American undersea empire. For decades, the United States Navy has dominated the oceans, and its submarine fleet is a big reason why. The Virginia-class attack submarines are among the quietest vessels ever built. These aren't just hunters designed to sink enemy ships. They're multi-role platforms that can gather intelligence, launch Tomahawk missiles at targets hundreds of miles inland, and deploy Navy SEALs behind enemy lines. Looking further ahead, the U.S. is pouring billions into the Columbia-class ballistic missile submarines. These subs won't just be stealthy. They'll be the most advanced nuclear deterrence platforms in the world, replacing the legendary Ohio-class boats. With each one capable of carrying dozens of nuclear warheads, the Columbia-class will ensure that America's nuclear arsenal remains survivable and hidden well into the second half of this century. For Washington, submarines are more than weapons. They're insurance policies against any existential threat. Russia's black holes. On the other side of the world, Russia has developed its own answer to America's undersea dominance. NATO often refers to Russia's new Yasin-class submarines as black holes, because once they dive, they virtually disappear. These boats combine stealth with firepower, carrying long-range cruise missiles that can target ships or land bases, including NATO infrastructure in Europe. Then, there are the Borei-class submarines, Russia's backbone for nuclear deterrence. Each carries the Bulava intercontinental ballistic missile, giving Moscow the power to retaliate even in the event of a devastating first strike. The message is clear. No matter what happens on land or in the air, Russia's second strike capability hides in the oceans, waiting. Russia has also taken submarine warfare in an unsettling direction, with weapons like the Poseidon nuclear torpedo. This enormous autonomous system is designed to create radioactive tsunamis capable of devastating entire coastlines. Whether it's practical or just psychological warfare, it shows how far nations are willing to push the idea of underwater dominance. China's growing fleet. While China's navy has grown rapidly on the surface with aircraft carriers and destroyers, it's beneath the waves where Beijing still lags behind the US and Russia. The Type 093 attack submarines currently form the backbone of China's undersea fleet. They're not yet as quiet as their American or Russian rivals, but they mark a huge leap forward compared to earlier Chinese models. More concerning for Washington, though, is the development of the Type 096 ballistic missile submarine. This next-generation design is expected to carry the new JL-3 nuclear missile, capable of reaching the continental United States. If China succeeds in making it quiet enough, it could patrol closer to home, yet still threaten distant adversaries. That would transform Beijing's nuclear deterrent from a regional force into a truly global one. And unlike Western shipbuilding, which tends to focus on quality over numbers, China's strength lies in its ability to mass produce. Even if its submarines aren't individually the best, sheer scale could overwhelm adversaries. The silent partners, Europe's submarine powerhouses. It's not just the superpowers investing in stealth submarines. The United Kingdom and France both maintain formidable fleets. Britain's Astute-class submarines are renowned for their stealth, advanced sonar, and long endurance. They're capable of launching Tomahawk missiles and conducting surveillance deep inside contested waters. France, meanwhile, operates the Submarine-class attack submarines and the Triumphant-class ballistic missile subs, both crucial to maintaining Paris's independent nuclear deterrent. Together, these European navies ensure NATO has more than just American submarines beneath the seas, and their technology, especially in sonar and quiet propulsion, ranks among the best in the world. Why they're almost impossible to find. The challenge of detecting a modern stealth submarine is staggering. Imagine trying to find a single car, moving without headlights, in a country the size of Europe, but underwater. Sonar networks can help, and patrol aircraft equipped with magnetic sensors still search the oceans for signs of movement. But the reality is that oceans are vast, noisy, and dynamic. The hum of sea life, the crash of waves, and even shifting temperatures all interfere with detection. Even when a submarine is suspected to be nearby, locating it precisely is often impossible. That's why the best way to hunt a submarine is with another submarine, a dangerous game of cat and mouse that has played out quietly for decades beneath the seas. The future of undersea warfare. As technology advances, stealth submarines are entering a new era. The US is developing unmanned undersea vehicles like the Orca XLUUV, enormous drone submarines that can patrol for months without a crew. Russia, meanwhile, pushes ahead with exotic weapons like Poseidon, while China works to close the gap with next-generation propulsion systems. Artificial intelligence could change the game as well, both in making submarines smarter and in finding them faster. But for now, there's no perfect detection system. Until one exists, submarines remain the ultimate insurance policy. Weapons that can't be tracked, can't be stopped, and can strike at any time. So why do stealth submarines still dominate military strategy in the 21st century? Because they combine invisibility with devastating power. A single submarine can sink an aircraft carrier, cripple an economy, or guarantee nuclear retaliation. They don't need to be seen to be feared. In fact, the less we see them, the more terrifying they become. As nations race to dominate the skies, space, and cyberspace, the silent struggle beneath the oceans continues. Submarines may not make headlines every day, but they are the hidden kings of modern warfare, and perhaps the deadliest hunters humanity has ever built. If you liked this video, stay tuned so you don't miss the next War Tech breakdown.